Sunday, March 8th, and there's a lot of information to get to. And a lot of it's tied to Lloyd's of London impact on the supply and food. We're going to start off with this video from WFSB.
Experts are warning that major supply chain issues could come as the war in Iran rages on, raising prices for you and your family.
And your reporter Owen Kingsley is live outside the Stop and Shop in Meriden to explain what impacts are on the horizon. Owen.
Well, this could be another influence on the prices at your local grocery store. Now, one expert I spoke with says that there's a 3-week mark from when war erupted in Iran that could be the tipping point. Alexa Ramirez is loading up on groceries for her family of 3. She's a new mom with a baby daughter at home.
These are from Walmart.
She has her own system to maximize her budget by going to multiple stores.
This is my 3rd one, so.
No kidding. Why is that?
Because you have to shop where the prices are right, and, that's not always under one roof.
Since war broke out in Iran, the Strait of Hormuz is essentially shut down. That's where 1/3 of the world's fertilizer comes from. And we're at the start of the growing season.
So if we do not get those nitrogen fertilizers on time, that would also affect our agricultural sector.
Likely hitting you in the wallet at the grocery store.
It's always a concern. It's a big concern.
Bill Paquin lives on a fixed income. He's got a cart full of groceries that he hopes will last him a couple weeks. Now he's thinking about what his next trip to the store might cost him.
It's just going to get worse now.
When these supply chain interruptions happen, most products have about a 2 to 3 weeks worth of supply in storage before running into supply issues at local stores. After that, prices typically shoot up. For these oil-producing countries in the Middle East, they fill their storage tanks in about 3 weeks too, which means they'll stop producing oil if they can't export it.
When there is a halt in oil production, that has a psychological impact. Price will skyrocket. And also, we will run out of other inventories that we currently have. So that is why I'm worried that if the war goes beyond 3 weeks.
With the additional costs of having just had a baby, Alexa can't fathom the idea of groceries getting more expensive.
Worried that all of this is happening now that I decided to have a daughter.
Now, earlier this week, President Trump said that Operation Epic Fury was ahead of schedule, originally projecting that the conflict would last 4 to 5 weeks. Your reporter live in Meriden, I'm Owen.
So there's one aspect of it. They're going to have media now talking about the prices of food going up, gas going up. There's information from Thailand, like this one in here in particular. This is from Sanctioned Ivan, driving through Thailand during the fuel crisis.
You could see people are filling up huge barrels full of gasoline. This is another stop we're making right now. You could see we're at a gas station. They're filling up huge, I don't know how many liters one of those barrels is, but that is a lot and a lot of fuel. I don't want to be a nuisance or get beaten up by the locals here, but you could see that, I don't know where we are, the locals are filling up jerry cans of diesel.
So you have different people, especially on Instagram and on not so many on YouTube, sharing videos about long lines, people in scooters, cars, trucks, people from rural areas who in particular are farmers, not just with their own personal vehicles, but farm equipment as well, trying to keep those things fueled up. So for how long, we don't know. It's not a crisis level yet, but people are aware. They know what they happened and went through just 5 years ago with everything that happened with the, with the big C virus. And then on top of that, we talk about items to have on hand. Think about fire, matches, storm-proof matches, lighters, flint and rod, the basics, just things that to have on hand now that travel. Where are they coming from? Where are they being manufactured? So if anything were to happen again, think about again the last 5 years with supply chain shortage issues, shelves that are empty. A lot of people forget these things because we're used to having plentiful options online. Plentiful options when you go shopping for groceries, for food, supplies, you name it, hardware stores. It's always good to have something on hand in case there's an ice storm, a snowstorm, a blizzard we just had recently. If you're stuck indoors for a few days and you have no power, think about the basics. How do you stay warm? How do you cook safely? How do you stay warm safely? And so on. Water filtration. Life Straw, Pitcher, Countertop, Gravity Filtration, Berkey, Alexipure, those models. Hygiene, soap, bleach tablets. Liquid bleach has about a 6-ish month shelf life. Tablets can buy a little more time. Razors. Think about some famous books that we read, like 1984, just the basic simplicities of just shaving and being able to wash yourself and take care of yourself. Paper plates, disposable utensils, paper towels, garbage bags, emergency blankets. Indoors, outdoors, if you're traveling, have a go bag in your car in case there is an emergency. It's good to have that on hand. Premium duct tape, think 100-mile-per-hour tape or Gorilla, and etc. Portable lights, candles, lanterns, flashlights, headlamps are fantastic to keep your hands freed up. Those are a big help. Zip ties, fast and effective. Just think the basics. And here's another video talking about grocery costs.
5:45 here on your Thursday. Grocery shopping is going to be more expensive this year. The USDA says food prices will rise another 3% in 2026. So in this week's Price Tracker report, I'm looking at some of the kitchen staples seeing a significant price hike and why. This time last year, everyone was talking about the price of eggs.
Why am I paying $7.99 for a dozen eggs?
$14.99 for eggs?
Now consumers are getting sticker shock at the meat counter. Where did you notice the biggest uptick in prices this year?
Meat, I will not buy any beef until the prices go down.
Beef prices are up more than 15% from 2025, and costs are expected to climb in 2026. Prolonged droughts and reduced cattle inventory are partly to blame.
Those kind of shocks can affect the prices for those individual products.
Jonathan Ernest, an economics professor at Case Western Reserve University, tells me tariffs are playing a role in rising food prices as well.
The tariffs have affected a lot of food items, both for making it more expensive to import, eggs, beef, other items that, bring in champagne, whatever it might be, into the country.
That includes coffee. Combined with extreme weather in Brazil, the world's largest coffee producer, prices surged 19% last year and are expected to remain high this year. Sweet treats like candy and chocolate expected to spike as well, some forecasting a 6% increase, driven by record high cocoa prices and rising sugar prices. Canned foods, typically a budget-friendly option, are getting more expensive as well. Prices are expected to increase as much as 15% due to higher tariffs on tin-coated steel used to make cans. Every week, we check prices of milk, eggs, bread, chicken, beef, and cereal at Northeast Ohio retailers. This week, Walmart came in cheapest at $16. Aldi took second at $17.20, followed by Meijer at $17.53. You can see other stores' prices on our News 5 app and website. Professor Ernest says prices for food items that have a longer shelf life tend to come down slower because there isn't a rush to clear the shelves.
When gas prices go up and you're paying $4 a gallon, they don't tend to fall as quickly, even when crude oil prices fall and things like that, as they eventually do, but it takes a little bit longer and they kind of step their way down. Same sort of thing with food prices. People get used to paying a certain amount.
And of course, that's what the companies count on, right? That we just will accept that price and just continue to pay it. And I did like that analogy of like the gas prices, right? Because we all see when they shoot up 20 or 30 cents. Do they drop 20 or 30 cents? No, trickle down.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Interesting. Man, thanks for always bringing this to us. The graph.
Well, I'm filling in for Elizabeth Van Metre. This is her baby.
Yeah.
I like this breakdown with the different grocery stores, the prices, just something you can compare to and see depending on what's near you. And what a lot of people have been doing, especially, again, think back the last 5 years, we got relaxed again, things replenish, we get comfortable again, we fall into old routines. So it's important to have a plan, like we talk about stacking, anything else, any other projects you're working on. And then saying, top of that, being consistent with those plans every week. Getting other people to go shopping with you. Think Costco or BJ's, big box stores. Put things away, rotate it, and then have a plan so you keep doing that on the regular so it's part of your daily routine. So if anything were to happen in the future, at least you have some time. You have supplies on hand to keep you at the ready, depending on the size of your family, if it's you, depending on your lifestyle, and whatever the case may be. It never hurts to be prepared and have something on hand. So even if it's you and you're fine, do you have any family members that may come to you for help? Kids, siblings, whatever the case may be. So it's good to have this information. And also, I've mentioned this several times, the Harvest Right freeze dryer, they have sales throughout the year. The cheapest one I could find right now is $17.95. It's got 4 trays. It works great. Customer service is phenomenal. The updates are great. You can just take your memory stick, get the update, plug it in, and you're good to go. There's not a lot of them regularly, but I cannot recommend this thing enough. We've used this thing enough where it doesn't owe us a dime, but I love using it. I love recommending it. Put away protein, put away food, even leftovers, whatever the case may be, but use it as your own form of insurance. So again, in case anything happens, you have your own custom meals. You have the food that you want on hand, that you got locally, they feel good about. So you have that. You also have My Patriot Supply. I've been shopping for them for years now. They have everything from seeds, supplies, water filters. They actually have some of the best prices on the Alexa Pure water filters, especially with the bundles. So depending what your needs are, they have a little bit of everything. If you're not into doing it yourself, this is definitely one place I would recommend. So have a plan, build on that every week, see how things are going, and then you can start getting the detailed things like medical kits, supplies. Really make it personal. Think supplements, things that you were inconvenienced just a few years ago, and how you would remedy that now in case anything would happen. So again, be consistent, have a plan, be ready, and if you have any information to help out anyone, leave it down in the comment section below. But with that being said, you guys be safe and well, and we'll talk to you again next time.